your music, your music live. Your music, your music, your music live. It's your music live. It's your music live.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome wherever you are around the world. This is Your Music Live. My name is Pete Johns, and for the next 2 hours, we'll be playing the best independent music from all around this great big blue marble of ours. And we do it each and every week thanks to these folks here. DistroKid, if you'd like to release your music to Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Deezer, Amazon, all the places, one subscription, save yourself 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan. Let's crack on, shall we? We've got a heap of great music to play for you. We're going to start in Sweden tonight with our old friend Martin Hammer, who has a song about Sweden, recorded in Logic, and it is his Songtember contribution. We'll talk a little more about Songtember in just a jiffy. Martin Hammer, This Is My Land, Your Music Live.
This is my land, in yellow and blue, a land for non-believers and the religious too. This is my land, modest and extreme, billionaires and beggars, with a king and queen. Our worship is science and banks. For peace we build fighter planes and tanks. 200 years without war, a peaceful and bright shining star. This is my land, this is my home, these are my people that I call my own. This is my land, it's honest but meek, got the greatest intention and the freedom of speech. This is my land, with burglars and crooks, stupid fools that hate and burn religious books. This is my land, a little bit lost. We tried to save the world, and now we're paying the cost. Our ambition to help led us wrong.
Very cool stuff there, Martin Hammer. Love the Volvo. Yeah, didn't have a Volvo sighting until that part of the video, but amazing stuff there. And if you're wondering, hey, why is he only playing a little bit of the track? That's how we roll around here. To fit in 40 songs in 2 hours, we play about 1 to 2 minutes of each track, give you the little taste. But then after the show, you dive down into the description and we'll have all of the links, all the songs listed there for your ear holes, for your enjoyment. Welcome aboard, everybody. Where's he from? Good question, Clayton von Kluge. Yes, absolutely a great track there from Martin. And yeah, love it. Loving it, loving life. Never been to Sweden, never been up to that part of Europe. Maybe one day. But I do like my warmer weather. So, yeah. Let's grab our second track, shall we? This is Loving Lauren, who we've heard from before a few months back. She says, this song is about the one and only fight I've ever been in. I wrote it very quickly, making it a punchy song to suit the title. It was inspired by Richard Dawson's storytelling in his songs. I had an idea for the video and I wanted to punch a clay head, maybe because I never managed to land any punches at the time. But the head represents my friend's boyfriend at the time, which the fight was about, who was the one who started it all and should have been the only one to get punched in the face. Yeah, we don't promote violence around here, but Loving Lauren have a way of making their songs a little bit humorous. So let's give this one a spin, shall we? This is Rebecca, Punch Me in the Face. Loving Lauren on Your Music Live.
My friend Rebecca punched me in the face with her Mercedes ring. She thought I'd been fondling with him that weekend on Ramsden Estate, but she didn't realize that I thought her boyfriend was a pimp, and she didn't realize that he made me feel physically sick. How can I tell her diplomatically I thought her boyfriend was disgusting and I hate him? Now the teacher's calling me to the office, my face covered in lumps and bumps. Next to my lip in blood is the perfect shape of a Mercedes ring. Well, I fell down the stairs. The teacher looked concerned and asked, "Are things okay at home?" So I had to come and clean with her.
Oh, loving Lauren, an amazing track. I think you'll agree that a great lot of work put into that video, and just amazing tune as well. I love it when folks use their creativity to bring something like that together. And yeah, if you want to check out that, jump on over. Loving Lauren, just as it sounds, over on the YouTube. As our friend Thomas Christ would say, criminally undersubscribed over there. So go and check out the amazing work that Loving Lauren do. We've got a whole bunch of stuff coming up on the show. If you're new to the show, welcome aboard. This is how we roll. We play a couple of minutes of songs. We keep the energy high. We keep things flowing. We do a Play My Fire Beat, a special segment where if you're watching live, you can get a chance to have your song played, even if you're not on the playlist. Even if you didn't get the email saying you're on the show, you can still join in. We'll hear from our friends at DistroKid because they are our wonderful sponsors. They keep the lights on around here, so we'll do that in just a jiffy. But for now, let's crack on with some more great music. This one comes to us from Mundane Act, their first time on Your Music Live. They say the bassist Will Crump wrote the whole song and brought it to the bands. We recorded drums and bass in the studio at college and then the rest at Will's house. It's our debut single and we worked really hard on it. I really love it. I think you're going to dig it. It is called Falling Out. Mundane Act on Your Music Live.
Down to a place called Madness, where all the fun and games just stop. I wonder why it takes time to realize that all the fun and games are from natural lights. And now I see that face of yours again, with other faces I despise and love as well. Is it jealousy or am I envious? Despite all the good times I just had to face the hell. Don't know why it makes me feel so down, yeah.
folks saying some Strokes vibe. Yeah, I hear it. Love the energy. Just one of those songs that the songwriting really takes it and moves it forward. It's just got this propelling kind of motion, like this energy that keeps it going. And yeah, really well recorded, great mix, great master. But the songwriting is what makes that for me just really high energy. You can't stop listening, despite the fact that I stopped listening, because you need to go and check out the full version after the show, because all of them will be down in the description very shortly. Let's grab another track, shall we? Because we've got a whole heap of cool stuff here today. This is Daniel Thomas out of New Zealand. He says this track was recorded at my home studio in New Zealand. It's about not letting life get on top of you and letting go of anything that doesn't serve you anymore. Very wise words to live by, and a very cool track. Take a listen to this one. Just Let It Go. Daniel Thomas on Your Music Live.
In the dead of the night, I can feel the change around you. Ain't got no dog in the fight. No, I got nothing to lose again. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Whoa, whoa, yeah. At the end of the light, can you see the new horizon? Are you feeling alright? Do you wanna do it again? Do you wanna do it? And I made my mind up, I know what I believe. It's time to let it go. So just let it go. Leave it all behind. Are you holding on to it all? Just let it go. Leave it all behind. Are you holding on to it all? Are you ready to go? Can you see the new tomorrow?
Like, yeah, how good is that guitar tone? Speculation there in the chat about what sort of guitars. Daniel will have to confirm or deny that for us, but really great guitars. Love the vocal harmonies. I'm going to pick something out of every song to talk about here, because like I say, it is song timbre, and a lot of folks are creating music. Yeah, just that subtle vocal harmony really makes it, really pushes that chorus and the power of that chorus. Really cool stuff. Yeah, very 80s kind of vibe to it, but with a modern twist. A little bit like the Killers' new track. Anyone heard the new Killers track? That's going to divide some folks, isn't it? But yeah, very nice guitar, very nice work all round there. Thank you again for sharing that one. Let's see who is up next. Well, we're going to head from New Zealand over to Canada. And it's our old mate, Mike Haggis in Canada, who says, "Hey, Pete and friends, this track is found on my most recent album, All the Best in All You Do. I originally wrote it in late 2016, but it took forever to find a fitting spot for this track on an album. I'm glad I held on to it through the years, as it made a great interlude track on the album. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Recorded in full with GarageBand iOS guitar and vocals, tracked using the iPad's built-in condenser mic." Good job. As I actually preferred that sound to the external mic I'd bought. Yeah, don't poo-poo the microphones on your iPhones and iPads, folks. Sometimes just capturing that raw energy, the microphones do a pretty good job. I've definitely used that for my own songs as well. Let's give this one a spin. Our old friend, Mike Haggis. Not that old. If only you could hear me here on Your Music Live.
The following is an accurate transcription from a recent stream of consciousness. And though my thoughts may appear fairly muddy, I'll do my best to keep it brief for you now. I don't want to be alone anymore, and I don't want to be the one who's got to go run down your door trying to convince you of all the amazing things that I'd have in store. Oh, if only you could hear me now. Sometimes late at night I stare out my window that's my ceiling tiles. And through that cold, dark and bitter night, I wonder just what it is you're feeling, child. I've come to realize this life is so strange. Small events pick one's mind to bend, rearrange. Maybe I'm just the one who's incapable of change. Sometimes I wonder why this life is such a drag. Oh yes, I do. Section, yeah. And no, you accuse me of being stuck in the past. To do my best to create some sort of deflection. Yes, I would. 'Cause I don't want to be alone anymore. And I don't want to.
Great stuff there from Mike. Hey, you could just watch that forever, couldn't you? There's something just about the handwriting concept. I really love it. Great video, great song. Excellent guitar work. Like, if you didn't tell me that that was recorded with the built-in microphone on your iPad, wouldn't know it. That could be an SM58. That could be like anything, really, because it just sounds so crisp and clear and nice. So good job on that one. Yeah, it does an excellent job all round for sure. We do have an answer from Daniel on the guitar. My Les Paul was the guitar of the day. Thanks for the nice one. Yeah, it really had that nice tone, didn't it? The Les Paul. Love it. Thank you for the clarification. And folks can now go and drool over that song and all the other songs down in the description, because they are now in there ready to rock and roll. So you can check out the description now. But I would suggest waiting to the end of the show and then going back and going through. It's the after show. The song after the show is that you get to go back and listen to all of the tracks again in their entirety. Leave comments. People love it when you leave a comment. Trust me, if you're releasing music, just leave a comment. Just tell folks what you loved about their song or just something in there. Share it. This is what this show's all about. It's like a Whitman sampler of amazing music. So go and discover your next favourite artist down in the description. Your favourite artist may already be PA. Yeah, out of Germany, we're going to jump over there. They have teamed up with X Midwest for this one. They say this time we team up to cure the topic depression. Just that little small topic. This is our first collab and hopefully not our last. So let's give this one a spin, shall we? PA, Pronounce an Alternative, baby, with X Midwest and Suffocated Dreams. YML is on the air.
I know that you don't see it the way it should be for me. Just like the things it could have been. There's my ice cream left in your t-shirt, baby. Damn, there's dreams of you and me just killed me. And in my head I feel so suffocated, not related to you, drowning in the dark. While I wait for you to change the situation now, somewhere in between the things I wish to see. While I wait for you to change the situation. Such a lonely life, reality blurs out all the lines. Wish I could fade away and wait for you to be with me. Illusions replace just everything in me. And in my head I feel so suffocated, not related to you, drowning in the dark. While I wait for you to change the situation.
Absolute proof that simplicity can sometimes be the key. The beat there with just the cool little hi-hat rhythm on that one, the guitar, that nice kind of ethereal sounding guitar throughout, and then PA's epic vocals with that passion. you cannot manufacture that passion. You can learn a lot about creating music. You can learn a lot from this channel and other channels, hopefully, about how to record your music. You can't learn how to have that level of passion for your music. So really cool stuff there from PA and ex-Midwest. Definitely hope they team up and keep creating more great music just like that. Speaking of great music, if you've got great music that you want to get out there to the world, there is only one place you should check out, and that is our wonderful sponsors, DistroKid. Yeah, did you know that for one subscription, all you need to do is sign up to DistroKid. You can use that link or down in the description. Save yourself 7% off your first year, and then you can release an unlimited amount of music. Yeah, they make it super simple for you to get all your music out there to the world. And speaking of promoting your music, a really easy way to promote your music is to use their hyper follows. So if I grab my latest single here, I can jump in here and check out all the details. I can edit my release. I can do what I want. But if we come down here to the hyper follow section, we can set up our own little page here. Check this out. I've got my own page where I've got the Spotify, the YouTube, the Apple Music, the iTunes, the Deezer links there. You can preview it there. You can even jump in and follow me on YouTube. So you can set up, you can see I'm here in Adelaide, South Australia. You can set everything up. You can customize it to your heart's content. So add in videos, add in links, add in all sorts of places where you want to share your music. And then when you're trying to share a song, you don't have to go, well, here's the Spotify and here's the Apple Music and here's the YouTube and here's... No, you just throw it straight into Hyperfollow and you share that with folks, and yeah, you are good to go. So we thank DistroKid. They are awesome. If you're not already a DistroKid user, what are you waiting for? Jump in, sign up, get your music sharing journey started with our wonderful sponsors, DistroKid. Another thing that DistroKid have is a platform called Slaps.com, and Slaps.com is where this artist, Moses J. Hawkins, has decided to share their song. They say, I've been an insomniac most of my life, and this song is about the hopelessness that comes with it, and weirdly, the hope that comes out of the hopelessness. Yeah, sometimes they're kind of closely interrelated, aren't they? Just a little bit. So let's jump in and give this one a listen. It slaps. I know that for sure because I've already listened to it, but you're going to listen to it now. Forbid These Dreams. Moses J. Hawkins on Your Music Live.
It's something on a Tuesday night, even halfway through the week. Somehow you think I'd find my way back down to sleep. I've been wandering through these same damn things for 1,000 years or more, and I still can't find my way through the open door. God forbid these dreams. God forbid these dreams.
I love it. It's like Alice in Chains and Soundgarden just got really angry one night and just smashed out a song. Forbid These Dreams, a song about sleeplessness and hope. See, yeah, maybe your volume's up too loud, might be good. No, but yeah, how good is that? And if you want, I don't normally do this, but let's just go back to the start of this track, because if you want to make an impact, sometimes, intros are nice and all, but sometimes you just want to kick people in the face from the very first beat. Take a listen to this one again.
It's something on a Tuesday night.
Just straight into it. Boom. Da, 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 da. Amazing stuff. Yeah, give us some slaps. You can jump over to slaps.com. You can come in here. You can throw fire on this track. You can save it to your playlist. Look how easy sharing from Slaps is. Piece of cake. And then you can even leave comments. We can come down here and say, this slaps big time. Just spun it on YML Live, baby. Very cool stuff there from our friend Moses J. Hawkins. Hopefully we hear from them again soon. Yeah, just kicks right in. Just boom. You got no chance, no time at all. We're going to play one more song, and then thanks to DistroKid, we're going to do our Play My Fire Beat, where you, the live viewer, get a chance to have one of your songs played right here on the show. Even if you haven't submitted, even if you're not on the playlist, you don't need to fret. You've got a chance to have a song played, and you'll get the code word for that in just a couple of minutes. But first, Scapular Winging Records, Tierra del Fuego. Do I need to say any more? If you've been around the channel a while, you know that this is an amazing band with a great album, and this is another track from it, the second track of their latest release. It is called Little White Pills. It's a bop, and we're going to play it live for you right now on YML.
Will arrive in the great mystic sky. Now could you really believe in some shit like that? The streets are on fire, it's a fueled overdrive. Where does it end? Can it be good? Wait until the sun has disappeared behind the clouds to call on all companions for the big tour headed south. Little white pills, you make me feel so good. Little white pills, you make me feel like I should. I was keeping you on a shelf until I needed you. Little white pills, now I don't know what to do.
Love the change up, love the move into the chorus, like the rockin' boppin', like there's just the contrast you get. There's not enough contrast between different sections of music these days. And well, not in a lot of music, but I just loved that, just into that night with the violin, the counter melody on the violin and the vocals. Perfection. Amazing stuff there. I think after the rockin' start we've had, we needed a little bit of a little breather after being crushed by that amazing rock music that we've had. We've had great music, and we've been all over the world already. We've been to the USA, we've been to Canada, we've been to Sweden, we've been to Germany, we've been to New Zealand. Don't tell me that we don't have a great global community here, because we've had some epic tunes, and we're only 28 minutes in to 2 hours of a great tune. So do hang around, do continue to join us. Let's jump in here and do our code word, and I'm going to go vibes. I felt that last track had some amazing vibes. So that's our first code word of the day, hashtag vibes. If you're watching live, all you need to do is in the chat, put hashtag VIBES. And if you are randomly selected in our little spin in a couple of minutes' time, you'll have the opportunity to have one of your songs played. All you'll need to do is let me know in the chat if you win, your artist name, the name of the song, and the platform. I go find it, we play it. So be like Scapular and Mike and Hypnotic and Thomas and Jade and Frank. We've already got the entries coming in. Hashtag vibes, and you're good to go. So we'll give you a song's worth of time to get. So you've got about 2 or 3 minutes to get your code words in there, hashtag vibes. And while we wait for that, let's play another tune. This comes to us from Big Red. They say, I wrote this song when I was 13, but I never finished it. So a year later, I decided to finish it and collab with my friends and help me write the song. Mainly, it was about my ex. Well, kudos for having an X at age 13, because, you know, some of us didn't bloom that early. This is Big Red. You can tell that it's quality there. Big Red, Floating in the Sky, and we're going to play it live for you right now on Your Music Live. Good is that? Speaking of vibes, I couldn't have picked a better word to describe the last and this song. We got vibes for days in a different kind of way. And yeah, that bass line. I'm a fan these days. I'm using a lot more bass lines in my music that have higher notes. I think a lot of us think that, you know, you need to use that first E octave on your bass, otherwise it's not a real bass. But moving that bass up and down like that, really cool. I know. Is this a teenage artist? Really decent for any age. Exactly. Just like Mike on his iPad microphone, you didn't have to tell. If you didn't tell me that was a 14-year-old, I would go, yeah, that's just good. It's just good music. Cool stuff indeed. Hello, Mike Molino, by the way. Thank you for being here. G'day, Frank Cherzo. G'day, Tom Caraher. Hello to everyone. Thank you all for being here. You're all awesome. And you're here supporting independent music. And that's what we are all about here on Your Music Live, brought to you by DistroKid. And thanks to DistroKid, we can do this. We can spin the wheel. Why don't we have a little bit more of that nice vibe floating in the sky for our spin here while we bring this one up. So we've got 25 entries. Good luck, everyone. If you win, we will spin your song. Let's go. Who's gonna win a free spin? Your Music Live. Will it be Jim Paulson? Yes, it will. Jim is our winner. Jim Paulson, how you doing, my friend? Haven't seen you around the place for a while. Good to see you, and congratulations. So what Jim gets to do is right here in the chat, just in plain text, he just puts his artist name, the platform, so YouTube, SoundCloud, wherever it happens to be, and the name of the track. I go find it, we spin it. It's as simple as that, and I love it. I love the serendipity. I love the randomness of just doing the spin, seeing who wins, and then we get to play someone's track. So, Jim, go ahead. And remember, no links. If you put a link in there, it'll get blocked, because you know what happens. This segment's actually named Play My Fire Beat, because back when YouTube would allow it and when I had it set, if you allow links to be posted in your chat, everyone just comes in and spams it. Yo, brah, play my fire beat, play my fire beat, play my fire beat. So in honor of the fact that we don't have the spam, we call this one Play My Fire Beat. So Jim Paulson, let us know what you would like us to play. And while we wait on Jim's selection, let's play another track. This one comes to us from One Star. And they say, this is my second song I've ever posted, recorded in my bedroom. We love our home recording around here, so I think you're going to enjoy this one. It is One Star with Fade Away on Your Music Live.
I say and reminisce all the times we had until it all starts fading away. All our moments that we shared together was the best times of my life. Hold me close, but I guess we'll see, 'cause only time could tell if it's you and me. Now I say it clearly, but when it starts to rain, I get in my feelings, thinking of you. Don't let me go, don't you run away. I sit and reminisce.
Really cool stuff. The thing that pops out to me on that one is the vocals, those distant ethereal harmonies in the background. The upfront vocals are amazing, and they would be great without it. But if you just listen, when you go back to listen to that track on the replay, like when you check it out down in the description, listen to those backing vocals. They are super cool. So yeah, really good stuff there from our friend One Star, and hopefully not the last time that we hear from them, because if that's your second track, One Star, my goodness, imagine the tracks 5 and 10 and 20. Going to go from strength to strength. We have the winner of our Play My Fire beat, and as our wonderful moderator Thomas Christ says, if you didn't win, don't be discouraged. We do it again in the second half, so you get another chance to randomly win a play, but it's gone to Jim Paulson this time, and Jim has decided that he would like us to play his track called So You Say, and because he's the winner, he gets to say what we play. So let's play So You Say. Jim Paulson, our Play My Firebeat winner here on Your Music Live.
Armchair politicians, how do you do? You've got remote control and not much to do. They told you to tell me what to say. You tell me they told you what to say. Made to order, spun to you, ready to receive. Simple human psychology. Believe what you wanna believe. Night and channel to channel, have another drink and another info panel. They told you to tell me what to say. You tell me they told you what to say. Made to order, spun to you, ready to receive. The simple human psychology. Believe what you wanna believe. Guitar.
I was going to turn it down, but guitar solo and cowbell together. Come on now. Oh yeah, how good is that? Again, the change up there, having that little bit of contrast where the chorus swings and you got that straightforward, almost four on the floor kind of beat through the verses, and then as soon as you hit that chorus, it's dum 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 dum. Again, don't be afraid to mix and match. It gives the listener, like me, I'm listening to that going, yeah, I want to hear what happens next in this song, because it was cool. And it had cowbell, so winning. Tom needs a cowbell and his birthday is next Sunday, just saying. Yeah, grab some cowbell. Yeah, see, Scapula knows what I'm talking about. Contrast, a little bit of dynamics in your song. It never hurts, and it really does help. I know. I'm getting soft in my old age. I'm letting occasional solos slip into the show. Well, we'll have to correct that, won't we? And again, that's why I love the Play My Fire beat, because you never know what we're going to spin. You never know who's going to win. And it's very cool when you have a cool track like that one from Jim. Almost rhyming. Almost. Let's play another track. This one is The Foundlings. I'm pretty sure it's their first time on the show. They say, wrote this song from the scraps of another tune, thinking it was a throwaway. I recorded the demo in Nashville, and the spirit of Music City inspired me to polish it up, and now it's the lead track on the record. I love it when you take an idea that you're almost putting in the scrap heap, and then you pull it out of the ashes. From the ashes, the phoenix rises, and you create a cool track, just like this one. It's called Rollin' Down Paradise, The Foundlings, on Your Music Live.
Just a man caught out of time. Survival shouldn't feel like a crime. My weekend's gone too soon, 'cause I like to sleep past noon. I drank away half the night till every wrong seemed right, but I'm still not waking up next to you. And then another workday begins, makes me wonder if I can ever win. I work my fingers to the bone, paying interest on a loan for a house I'm not even living in.
I really dig on that one. I really dig that double vocal. You wouldn't even almost call it a backing vocal. It's almost like a double vocal singing two different things. And the slight differences in sort of intonation, not intonation, what am I looking for? Just the timing, the overall timing of it really works well. It creates this kind of, like you got this really in the pocket kind of groove on the music. And then the vocals are kind of a little Springsteen style, just kind of slipping in and out of the groove in a beautiful way. Really good. Yeah, little Black Crows. I hear it. I hear little Black Crows in there. 70s, 80s kind of vibe. Absolutely. Great stuff there. The Foundlings, Gaslight Alley is the name of the album, and that one was called Rollin' Down Paradise. A little bit of classic rock and roll for your ear holes here on Your Music Live. Next up, we have an artist by the name of Hypnotic Transmissions. Why do I have to say that carefully? Because I call them something different every week. For some reason, I've got a mental block, and I call them hypnotists' translations or something every week. Anyway, this one was originally done in GarageBand almost 2 years ago for an EP about Haruki Murakami's book, Hard-Boiled Wonderland and the End of the World, that never got finished. I was listening to it recently, and it felt more like a futuristic samurai duel instead, so I mixed it again on Logic Pro, and it was mastered by our good friend Jade Starr. It is called Jewel in the Forest. Hypnotic Transmissions, Your Music Live. Now, can you really get a feel for a Hypnotic Transmissions track in just 2 minutes? Well, no. So what's your goal? It is to jump in the description and go check out everything that Hypnotic Transmissions does, because it's all very cool. It's all very great use. Again, I'm picking out things of every song here tonight, and that one, the use of the stereo space. I mean, obviously the effect there at the start, but throughout there's things happening, and it's really dense texture and really good use of space. Yeah, it's really good stuff. Congratulations, thank you for sharing that one. Sharon be Karen. Remember, Sharon is Karen and Sharon is Karen. If you'd like your own Sharon is Karen mug or t-shirt, go over to the merch store. Don't forget, we got cool Studio Live Today merchandise, such as the mug. Coffee tastes better, or in my case, water. Always tastes better from a Studio Live Today mug. And you'll look cool with a Studio Live Today t-shirt. So studiolivetoday.com/merch. And again, a big shout out to our wonderful sponsors, DistroKid. Without them, we wouldn't keep the lights on. They support you and your independent music by making it super easy to get your music out there to the world. We've got a few more tracks to play before we hit the midpoint. We reveal our featured artist of the week, and it's an absolute cracker of a featured artist. I won't say any more than that yet, because it's someone that many of you know because we've played them on the show before, but not for a while. There you go. There's your tease. While we wait for that one, Red-Headed Attention. Hang on, did I get that right? Redhead Detention. There you go. Redhead Detention. Man, I'm getting rough with these. They have a track. They say it was made entirely in GarageBand and took about, don't judge me, 3 weeks to make. No judgment here. There's no words, just pure tones. So I hope that's still interesting. Hands up who's interested by tones. I love me some tones, especially if they're guitar variety. This is Tractor Racing on Your Music Live. Love that. Tractor Racing is the title, but yeah, it almost sounds like 8-bitty. I'd love it to be, it sounds like it should be on like an Amiga game from the 90s where you're racing tractors, because it's kind of got that 8-bit kind of vibe to it, and good use of the GarageBand guitar too, because that is not an easy thing to make sound good in a mix, and you've done it well there. Really good stuff. Yeah, love it. 80s montage. Yeah, it's a sports training montage. Yeah, bit like that. Love it. Speaking of East Virginia studios, guess who we got up next on the playlist? It is indeed East Virginia. And they say this is an instrumental song written, performed, and recorded by a single man, Dwight C. His 5-year-old daughter named the track. Very cool. It is, again, the same theme. We've gone from tractor racing to stars and cars. This is East Virginia Studios on Your Music Live. Really cool stuff there, East Virginia Studios. Yeah, the drums and the chord progressions are the two things that I thought as well, Clayton and Thomas. The chord progression just nice, simple but different, not your standard, 1, 6, 4, 5 or anything going on there. Really interesting chord progression. And the drums. The mistake a lot of folks make when they're especially like a one-man band or in the home recording environment is not varying the drums up enough, because often it's kind of an afterthought because you're playing guitar, you're doing bass, you're playing instruments, and then I guess we need a drum beat. But it was clear that care was taken to make sure that you had some really good variety and contrast in that drums. It's the night of contrast. This week's show is all about some great contrasting sounds and some really nice depth. So good stuff there. We've got to get a move on because we've got another 4 tracks to play before our midpoint. We're running a little behind. If it's your first time on the show, don't worry. We run a little behind almost every single week. It's just how we roll around here because I rabbit on. I rabbit on because I love the songs and I love talking about them and I love giving the honour to the music that it deserves. This one comes to us from the Dover Affair, and they say Feel, what brackets wanting, is the first single from The Dover Affair, and it's the beginning of all the songs I've written over the past 3 years that reflect all of my musical influences. Feel and the metaphoric lyrics are completely up to the listener to absorb. The basic idea was recorded at home and then recorded at Babylon Studio with Michael Babb. Let's take a listen to this one. I think you're going to enjoy it. It is The Dover Affair and Feel, brackets wanting, on Your Music Live.
So many visions of you.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, that Duran Duran kind of take on you vibe on the video there. I love that because it's got that rockin' kind of vibe, but it's also got a little bit of disco-y, synth wavy kind of feel. I love the use of effects in there, very subtle. But if you listen again, listen to the bits like the and the like just a little bits in here, not overused, but just perfectly accenting it. Just adds something to the overall mix to have something like that in there. So yeah, very, very cool. Definitely a rockin' 80s feel for sure. I know that will be up Thomas Christ's alley. By the way, if you're looking for other ways to get your music out there and to listen to amazing independent music, this guy here, Thomas Christ, has a weekly show. It's sort of the opposite side of the week to this show here. It's called You Rock. So jump on over to Thomas's channel, and if Thomas wouldn't mind, I know he's not much of a self-promoter, but Thomas, please drop a link to your show. I know we've got some new viewers here tonight and some new artists, and I know that some of them would love to check out your show and maybe submit a track to You Rock in a future show. So thank you to Thomas. He's our wonderful moderator, and he has his own amazing independent music show as well. We've got 3 more songs to play in this first half. This one comes to us from Kurt Trammell. And he says, inspired by a dear friend, even though it's an instrumental, it is about about shining love, shining amor. Thus, the title of the song, Amor, is Spanish for love. And we're going to play this one right here, right now on Your Music Live. It is called Sweet Memories, Kurt Trammell on Your Music Live. How good is that? The organ, the choir, vocal sounds in there, just amazing stuff. And as Thomas says, the drum sound in there. Yeah, Love in Motion. Great title. The drum sound in there, you might be saying, Johns, you're about to say the opposite of what you said before about varying the drums, but sometimes a track just needs simple drums. And in this case, there's so much going on with the other stuff that the drums are like the engine room of this one, and they really just bring it in there. Very cool stuff. Thank you, East Virginia Studios. Yeah, look, I know folks have to come and go, and some folks will watch live for the whole show, part of the show, watch the replay, check the links in the description. You got an abundance of ways to interact around here. So thank you to any of our newer members of this community. You will love it here, trust me. Come on in, the water's fine. Got 2 more songs before our midpoint. We're going to play this one next. This one comes to us from Jeff Caffell, and Jeff says this song is about losing your soulmate to suicide and some of the thoughts or emotions that could potentially stem from that scenario. So it's called Cold and Hollow, and it is from Jeff Cammell. We're going to play it now here on Your Music Live.
you till the oceans run dry, until the moon turns us back on the night, and when the sun refuses to light the sky, my soul will still burn for you until the end of time. Your soul will still burn for you until the end of time. You until the end of time. My soul will still burn for you until the end of time.
Did you know you saved my soul? And I miss you. You should have waited your
I know. Boo, Johns, you're turning it down, but you need to go and check it out because it's so intense. And it was the second I heard that track, I reached straight out and said, this is next level cool. There's something about this that just hits different. And especially if you listen in that sort of early section, there's three things going on there that are completely like differently positioned. You got the vocals, you got the piano that's just creating that really rhythmic pattern, and then you've just got insane guitar over the top. Yeah, great stuff. Go and check it out. The full link to the whole song is down in the description. Wicked Awesome from Thomas Christ. You know that it's a winner if you get Wicked Awesome from Thomas Christ. So jump in the description, follow Jeff Carfell, and Jeff, hopefully we hear from you again on the show in the future because that was just bloody awesome, as we'd say here in Australia. Last song of the first half, but we've got another big half coming up for you in the second half of the show today. We got another Play My Fire beat. We've got our Under the Covers segment, and we have got a whole bunch more amazing independent home recorded music for your ear holes. So do hang around. The final song of our first half comes to us from Mune. They say this song is about the lows you experience in life. It was written on Logic on my iMac in my room, and it is called All Time Low. To take us out in the first half here, Mune on your Music Live.
I feel it in my bones. I didn't know life could be this cold. I didn't know what it could hold. And now that I'm alone, I feel I lost my home. I have nowhere to go. I have lost my home. I'm a lonely soul. You left me broken and full of holes, and now I can't hold on anymore. I'm at all time low, and now I'm walking down the path of memory lane. I keep on falling victim to the pain. I'm burying the past and walk away, but I'm still lost in memory lane. Tonight is the night I might just die.
Now, I love this for a lot of reasons, but one of the best parts of that is it's so unexpected when you hit him with that big vocal harmony sound that comes in there. It would be a great song if it was just a simple song with a simple vocal, maybe a little bit of harmonies, but when it brings in, wow, that big stuff, it's just very, very cool. So Mune, All Time Low. Go check out that and all the other amazing, amazing artists that we've played in this first half of the show down in the description. You won't be disappointed with the quality of stuff that is being produced by this community. It is our halfway mark. We used to call it the toilet break, and it still kind of is. But now what we do is we play a featured artist, hand-plucked by me. And the artist that we have this week is someone that I really admire. I think that they are a great songwriter, a great performance, a great player of music, and a really nice person. I've chatted to this person, interviewed them here on the channel, and they are super talented. Out of Australia, and it is an artist by the name of Cassidy Watts. Cassidy has a brand new song. We'll be closing with that song from the show tonight. But this is the very first Cassidy Watts song that we played here that I'm going to play for our midpoint here this week. It is called Body Talk. It's an absolute bop. It was the first song of Cassidy's we played back in 2021, years ago. Feels like a century ago. So this is our featured artist this week, Cassidy Watts, here on Your Music Live. I'll see ya in a jiffy.
Feeling myself with vibrations. Goodbyes with me all day. No hate or faulty sensations. Just me, my thoughts, my body and I. We are fighting the world's reputation. Spiraling through someone's bad day. Think of the world as we know it. That I'm just one in many that way. Me and I in this little world. It seems we never get too far without somebody on our arm. But I know myself, and I'm too in love to care. When you see my life just standing there, it's no wonder they can see the way my body talks to me. That's right, talks to me. Oh yeah, talks to me. People may think I have secrets, but the truth is there's nothing to hide. Stand up on stage with all nearby. Shout out to the world, say hey, hello, hi. We are fighting the world's reputation. Spiraling through someone's bad day. Think of the world as we know it. That I'm just one in many that way. Me and I in this little world. It seems we never get too far without somebody on our arm. But I know myself, and I'm too in love to care. When you see my life just standing there, it's no wonder they can see the way my body talks to me. That's right, talks to me. Oh yes, talks to me. All my life I've been told to put others first. Don't touch your emotions before you open up your heart again. Always look before you leave. Never let it speak. All these words I should have left there on the seat. It's taken years to hear myself. It'll still take years to heal myself. All that I can say to maybe make you feel okay. You've got to listen to your own heart. It's there just crying out. Come on, make a start. It wants to hear you. Make changes now. A little goes a long way. One day you might just say, might just say, might just say. Me and I in this little
good is that hook in this track? Oh man, I just, yeah, I love it. And look, Cassidy's probably watching this going, Pete, I've had a whole bunch more songs since then. Why are you playing that old one? But it's just a song that just, captured a vibe. And I don't know, I still go back to that and listen to it today. And it's fresh and it's modern and it's great. Just the harmonies in there, that cool bass line that just drives the song throughout. And yeah, brand new Cassidy Watts coming for you at the end of the show. So if that's not reason enough to stick around, I don't know what is. It is time to jump under the covers. And the first cover song we got for you here tonight comes to us from Scott Shaw. And funnily enough, Scott posted on the Create, Record, Release Facebook group like yesterday. And he posted this cover. And I'm like, Scott, we've only got one other cover for this week's show. Send this and you're in. And he did, which is cool. He says, a long-time favourite tune of John Lennon's recorded in my home studio using an iPad, a Rhodes condenser mic, and a Scarlett interface. Very cool stuff indeed. So let's open up our Under the Covers segment with this one. Watching the Wheels, a John Lennon cover. Scott Shaw on Your Music Live.
People say I'm crazy, doing what I'm doing. Well, they give me all kinds of warnings to save me from ruin. When I say that I'm okay, they look at me kinda strange. Surely you're not happy now, you no longer play the game. People say I'm lazy for dreaming my life away. Well, they give me all kinds of advice designed to enlighten me. Well, I tell them that I'm doing fine, watching shadows on the wall. Don't you miss a big time, boy, you're no longer on the ball. I'm just sitting here watching the wheels go round and round. I really love to watch them roll. No longer riding on the merry-go-round. I just had to let it go.
Agreed, right? Scott's voice there, a little Dylan-like. It's like Dylan covering Lennon. How cool is it? Very cool stuff indeed from Scott Shaw. And glad again. This is the beauty part. This is why I love the communities that we have around here. Like most of the time, it's kind of I pull in. You guys send me all your stuff, and I pull it all in. And sometimes it's push because I see you out there, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Send me this. I want to play it on the show. We need a cover song. And I thought that one was too good not to play and not to cover. Speaking of covers and speaking of people who are too cool not to play, our old mate Jonathan Linton says he's back to his Caribbean roots, or Caribbean, depending how you want to say it. A cover of UB40's Red, Red Wine, a reggae cover of a Neil Diamond song from the 60s. See, I didn't even know that. I should have known that. Yeah, I think I did know that, but you know how you forget? Anyway, I can't remember everything about music. Let's give this one a spin. It is our old mate Jonathan Linton and his Red, Red Wine.
My blue, blue heart.
Just one thing makes me forget.
wine, you make me feel so fine. You keep me rocking all of the time. Red wine, you make me feel so grand. I feel $1 million when you're just in my hand. Red wine, you really know how we're sad. Anytime I see you go, you make me feel bad. Red wine, you make me feel so fine. Monkey back and miss upon his feet, they blind. Red wine, you give me Oli Bazing, make me do my own thing. Red wine, really know how to feel love. You're kinda loving like a blessing from above. Red wine, I love you right from the start. Right from the start, with all of my heart. Red wine in the 80s style. Red wine in the modern me style, yeah.
I love it. And Jonathan Linton's a pro, so we knew to make sure he sent me that link playing part way through so we could capture that amazing little vocal part in there. Super cool stuff there from Jonathan Linton. That is actually in a club in Taiwan where Jonathan is, and we've asked John to do us a video. I know it's like this pressure thing. It's going to be this ongoing joke now that every time I play Jonathan, I'm going to be like, "You're still owe us a video, John." But yeah, I've said we'd love to see the setup he uses there because it's a pretty cool. He always sounds good and looks good and does a great job there. So Jonathan Linton for the win. When I grow up, I want to be Jonathan Linton. He's probably actually younger than me. Welcome to the big second half of Your Music Live, brought to you by our friends at DistroKid. We've got another, at least, I think, 10, 15 tracks of amazing independent music to play for you here. But we do need to talk about DistroKid just for a minute because they've got some cool features. In the first half, we talked about their feature where you can set up your hyperfollow here, but that's not all. There's a bunch of other cool tools that you can use up here. So if you click on this button here and you come down to this section where you can promote yourself, yeah, you got mini videos, you got your meme videos, you got your promo cards. Let's take a look at these mini videos because these are great for promoting your videos, for your songs. You can create a little video here. Look, you've got a bunch of styles. These are all free to use. And what they do is they clip out a little bit of your song. So for instance, this is a nice one. For my song, One Moment, my latest single, we'll jump in here. We can come down here and select One Moment. And you can put what you'd like here, Out Now, Pete Johns, yep. And the song title, you can even set where you'd like the trim of the song to start. We'll just start it at the start of the song here, but you can dial that in there and then hit Generate Mini Video. And it's going to create a little 13-second clip that you can use on your Instagrams, on your TikToks, on your YouTubes, on your Facebooks, wherever you like. So we'll return to that later in the show and I'll show you. It only takes about 5 minutes to process. And then you got yourself a mini video ready to play, and we can promote your songs out there in the world. So we thank the amazing DistroKid for their support. And yeah, the AI lyrics, they've just added AI lyric generation. So instead of you having to type in your lyrics, you can actually get AI to do it. And then usually it's only 1 or 2 quick corrections and you're there. Maybe we'll demo that in next week's show. Great idea, Tom, because that is a cool new feature that they've just, that's the cool thing about DistroKid. They just throw in extra features in the background and you don't even know it. You just go there and open it and you're like, oh, hang on, what's this? AI lyrics. Okay, I'll try that today. Why not? Let's play our next song. This comes to us from Greg Pincus, who says, just a fun jam I made. I played all the instruments except I used Easy Drummer 3 for drums. I also engineered as well. You can start the track at 104. I sure as heck can. We'll hit the play button here. That's going to play the old track there. Which track is this going to try and play? Freak Adiki. We'll click it here. This is why, what is it? Spotify is always a little bit more clunky. I don't mind playing on Spotify, but if you want to make it easy for me, there we go. Now we're queued up. If you want to make it easy for me, YouTube is the easiest for me to play. Let's cue this one up to 104 and give it a spin. Freak Adiki, Greg Pincus on Your Music Live. Yeah, very cool stuff there from Greg Pincus Freak Adiki. Really nice instrumentation. Lots of cool stuff going on for sure there. The organ, the guitars, nice beat there in the back. So, yeah, cool track, nice jams there from our friend Greg Pincus. We've got folks chatting football. I won't spoil it for anyone watching live and not wanting to know the results because, you know, you've got to prioritise your music live over football. Although maybe there's not many football fans. We've got more people watching this week than most weeks, so can't be that exciting. Tell me, folks, who do I support? I'm trying to get into the NFL. It's a struggle because I'm a huge hockey fan, as you can tell, but I've never really been able to get football. It's a little stoppy-starty for me. But I'd love to follow a team this year just for fun. So tell me, plead your case. If you want to have a bit of fun in the chat, plead the case for your NFL team and try and convince me which one I should follow. Next track up here is Raul Neves. He says, hello, Pete. Hope you are having a great show. This is an instrumental inspired by the band A Perfect Circle. All right. I had the riff sitting for several years, but never got around to finish it. Now it's done. Recorded in GarageBand at my home studio. Hope you all enjoy. I think we will because Raul makes some great music. This one's called Depth on Your Music Live. Great stuff there for Raul. Yeah, everyone loving the bass. I love the bass in that one. Really cool stuff there. Seriously heavyweight indeed. And yeah, sorry for all the football chat over the top of your track there. Yeah, I need a team. I need a. Maybe that's what I'm missing because I'm missing something with this game. I love hockey. I like basketball. Baseball's like okay as long as you just need a nap on the couch. Oh, burn! But football, everyone seems to love football, but I just can't quite get into it. But it's probably because I don't understand it well enough. Maybe that can be my goal for this year. Tom Carraher, will the real Papa Tom please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. He says, hi Pete, Down by the River is likely one of the first songs I learnt how to play on the guitar. In this collab with Jason Leminski, I tried to shift the vibe a little to both show respect for the original yet create a different style. Just play from the beginning, no guitar solos in this one, thanks. And I've just realised I put it out of order because I thought there was another cover that was supposed to go in the under the covers section. So just forgive me on that one. But let's give this one a spin. Down by the River, cover of the classic Neil Young tune, Tom Carraher featuring Jason Leminski.
Be on my side, I'll be on your side, babe. There's no reason for you to hide. It's so hard staying here all alone when you could be taking me for a ride. Yeah. She could take me over the rainbow and send me away down by will take your hand too. Together we'll get away. This much madness is too much sorrow. It's impossible to make it today. Oh, stormy weather, she could drag me over the rainbow and send me away. Down by the river.
Very cool stuff. And look, Jason knows the guy. Yeah, he knows that guy. Papa Tom, Jason Leminski doing their thing again. The Kings of the Green Screen there with a cool track. Well done indeed from Papa Tom and Jason as well. Yeah, really good track. Well done. Thank you for sharing. Sorry I put it in the wrong section. Got some more football advice. It's going to be the football show here. Definitely cheer for the Packers. We've got a new quarterback, and today he shredded the Bears. Sure, he started slow, and the Bears suck. But this would be an interesting year for Green. I like the name Green Bay Packers. Sounds cool. Who's my brother's a what's the one that Brady played for and then left? New England Patriots. Is that the one? Yeah, he was a Patriots fan. Well, he's a Patriots fan, I'm assuming. He's probably got the day off and sitting with his NFL football on his couch watching all the games. All right, next up we have someone who is travelling, probably not watching opening day because he's all over the place. Currently in Lisbon. He says, "Hi Pete, my brother, my friend, was simply imagined for my brother, shot in the Yukon." Let's give this one a spin. It is Michael, aka Zealand Band. Let's get those Z's flowing for Michael. Michael, aka Zealand Band, taking us with him on a journey there through the Yukon. And my brother, my friend, when he said my brother shot in the Yukon, I'm just like, oh, the video. Phew, getting a bit dark there for a second. Good stuff there from Michael, and happy trails to you, my friend. I hope you're having a good trip. As always, it is time to do our Play My Fire Beat Part 2. Electric Boogaloo. Have we done this before? We probably have, but since we just played Michael, aka Zealand Band, let's go with perhaps one of the wackiest ones we've had in a while. Let's go with hashtag ZZZ or ZZZ, since Michael's Canadian. So hashtag ZZZ in the chat if you would like to join our Play My Fire Beat. Be just like Haggis and put hashtag ZZZ in the ch. And if you win, you get a chance to choose a song to be played right here on the show. And we do that all thanks to these guys, DistroKid. Thank you, DistroKid, for sponsoring your music live. Our video is ready. And before we play our next song, you can come in here. Here it is. Here's the 1 moment video. So we hit the view button here, and you can view it right in here. And you can see here it's nicely formatted for either square or that nice vertical shape that so many platforms want these days. If you hit the play button, people get to take a little listen and a look at your song. How cool is that? And yes, should Pete have actually chosen a different part of the song? I should have, because you get 12 seconds in this particular video format. I should have chosen maybe the chorus there. But you can see here, you can easily jump in here and share it. You can download it by just tapping that one. It'll download the file. It is a very cool way to get yourself out there. We thank DistroKid for their support. While we wait on folks to join the hashtag ZZZ competition, let's grab this one. It's from Zachary Shane, who says, I wrote and recorded Frostbite entirely in GarageBand using its instruments and doing my best to adjust the sounds to my liking. The song is about when I waited a couple years for my ex-wife to be ready to date me. We were both in high school and I didn't understand entirely what she was going through at the time. The song describes how it felt while I waited for her. I wanted her attention, and whenever our friends got us together, she was colder towards me than when we first met. I wanted to wait as long as it took for her to come around, and that feeling while I waited is what Frostbite's all about. This is my only project I've actually fully mastered by a professional and out on all music platforms. Thank you, Pete. Your channel has been an amazing resource for me. I'm very much an amateur at music writing, but your content has been so helpful. Well, thank you, my friend. Flattery will get you everywhere. No, let's give this one a spin. This is Zachary Shane and Frostbite here on Your Music Live.
Seasons change, but you're not likely to. But in the event you do, I'll be waiting in the dirt with the rest. I'm drying up with time, but hoping for the best. It's for the best. Oh, it's for the best. Surprise, surprise, I've been waiting all this time. I've been here in my broken shrine, hoping one day you'll open your door to let me blow in. I'm in this till the end. No matter what I lose, no matter what I lose, I flush back. No matter what I lose, no matter what I lose, I flush. You can step on me, but don't bury me, please. I worship the footsteps you leave in the snow. They let me know where to find you, so I can remind you that I'm still breathing. I'm always thinking about the snowflakes that fall on your nose. I wish that I could get that close.
I like it, and I don't think I can explain my liking of it better than Mars Capone. This is really tasty and bristly, like biting into electric fencing. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. That's a great description. Really cool track, though. Thank you for sharing that one. Don't forget that all these tracks are down in the description, so if you want to listen to the full version, if you think Johns is an idiot for taking only a minute or two from the track, you can fix it by jumping down in the description. Hello, Kim Hardin Hudson. Thank you for being here. Hello to everyone. It is time to spin the wheel of the Play My Fire beat. So we'll jump over here. We've got 19 entries this time. What do you reckon? Should we play a little Frostbite in the background? Let's give it a little spin, shall we? Oh, spinning. Oh, it's not playing. Oh, now we've lost the spinning. Oh, who's going to win? Who's going to win it? Who's it going to be? Who's going to be? Who's going to be the winner? Mr. Frank Terzo. Have you ever been called Frank the Terzo? No. Sorry, that almost sounded bad, didn't it? Frank Terzo is the winner of our Play My Fire beat, which means that Frank gets to select a song to be played right here on the show. And if you don't know Frank, his music is awesome. So look forward to hearing what Frank would like us to hear. Congratulations to you, Frank. While we wait on Frank to decide what to play, let's grab our next tune. This one comes to us from Adam George Brown. He says, Hi, Pete. This song is about trying your best to be successful in what you do. For me, that is music. 100%. Let's give it a spin. Adam George Brown with From Hero to Zero, Your Music Live.
From
stuff there. Adam George Brown. Amazing track. Really cool to hear. Thank you for sharing that one. I love the piano. The amount of depth you have on that piano is just amazing. It just sits beautifully behind the vocals. Like the vocals are kind of the highlight, but don't overlook the instrumentation in that track. Definitely one you want to go back and listen to again from hero to zero. How great has the talent been on this week's show? My goodness, it's been ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, Frank Terzo is a ridiculously nice human because he has handballed his selection over because he's asked to hear our Songtember track from a couple of years back called Work in Progress. Now, what I'll do is I'll cue this up because even though this is my song, this is kind of our song. So I'll cue it up from the middle of the track here so that we can hear the amazing work of the Studio Live Today choir, because many of you folks actually contributed to this final big gang vocal chorus of this track. If you're not familiar with what Songtember's all about, head on over to studiolivetoday.com/Songtember and join the fun. Even if you're not creating a track this year, you can see myself and Jade and Tom and Leela and Keonra and Jamie and all the folks creating great music. Ron Ward's just put his Songtember track out. It's amazing. So you want to join in the fun over there. But let's have a little listen to this, shall we? This is the song that I created, that we all collaborated on back in 2021. It's called Work in Progress.
The room to grow, 'cause we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. The shame and pain you feel inside, perfectionist is why you hide. Trust in yourself and you will see you're not alone. Because we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. Yes, we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. With what we know, we all have time and room to grow. Yes, we're all just a work in progress. Nobody's got it figured out. 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 Nobody's got it figured out.
Yes, that was our Songtember song, classic Jones from a couple of years back, Work in Progress. And the video there is one of DistroKid's cool videos. That's the full version that you can buy for like $10 or $15, depending where you are in the world. Still one of my favorite songs too, Kim. And it's just, the reason I want to play the second half is that just makes it the big choral gang vocal finish there with all of you. I think Kim was in there. I know Jade was, Thomas, Mark, a lot of folks watching the show right now were part of that final chorus, and it was super, super fun. So that's the fun of Songtember. Join us, won't you? It's cool. You know who else is cool? It's our mate Gordon Lee Weaver. And Gordon's got a track that he would like for you to listen to. He says, an attempt to write slightly more sophisticated music. The verses are everyday, boring life, and the choruses celebrate getting up on stage to rock on Friday nights. As always, recorded in Cakewalk at home with tender, loving care. Love it. Let's give this one a spin. This is Come Friday Night. Gordon Lee Weaver, Your Music Live.
Loud traffic grinding, same every day. Engines winding, but that's okay. I'm looking forward watching TV. Feel bored and young, lost in a daydream. My inner brain works on and on. Come Friday night.
There's something about Gordon's choruses and his vocals, his backing vocals he puts in his choruses that just is next level cool. Love your work. Really nicely done there from Gordon Lee Weaver. I know, how good are the drums and the bass and the guitars and the vocals? It just all comes together. It's a smorgasbord of delicious grooves and sounds there. Great stuff from Gordon Lee Weaver. We've got a few songs to go here for you folks. Alert the affiliates. We'll be a little late here on this week's show, as per usual. Thank you for everyone for being here. If you're having fun, hit the thumbs up. Remember, the sun's up, so put your thumbs up. Well, the sun's up here. In fact, it's like 20 degrees outside. You know what? I'm going to go out and enjoy the day, but not before we rock out to about another 8 or 9 tracks here. Starting with this one, Carlos Martinez. After a tense day, I grabbed my guitar and let my music imagination fly again. Music is a great stress reliever. It sure is. Here. Let's give this one a spin. It is Walk With Me from our friend Carlos Martinez on Your Music Live. Oh yeah, I dig it. I dig it a lot. Yeah, harmonized guitars. Yeah, that's what it is about it, isn't it, Frank? It's the harmonized guitars that work really well with this. You can tell someone that really can wield their axe when you hear that harmonized guitar sound in there. Really good stuff there from our friend Carlos Martinez. Thank you for sharing. Keep sharing, because we'll keep caring. Next up, an artist we haven't heard from for a while, but we've definitely played a few times here. It is Canada Bambino, who says, made in Logic Pro. I wouldn't say this song is exactly about leaving the internet completely, but instead the addiction it can bring and wishing for a more offline connected world. In other words, touch grass, LOL. Yeah, you got to get back to nature every now and then. Like when I do these shows, my people think that I'm a bit weirdo because half my world is completely online and isolated, except for, of course, talking to you fine folks. And the other half, I just go out there and just wander the streets, go walk through the parklands here in Adelaide or walk up in the hills. And yeah, you do have to get away. You have to know when your brain's saying, we need some natural stimulation here, folks. We can't just keep on with this internet stuff. So great topic. This is Canada Bambino and Escape the Internet on Your Music Live.
Let it in.
stuff there from Canada Bambino. Yeah, escape that internet. Really interesting topic. And don't forget, folks, I shouldn't say this as someone who only makes a living by how much internet that you use and therefore how much YouTube you watch. Sometimes it's okay to turn it off. Yeah, you're allowed to flick that off switch. Turn off notifications. Go outside. I get in trouble from some people. They're like, oh, I messaged you on Instagram 4 hours ago and you didn't respond. I'm like, dude, I was off the grid. I was listening to tunes. I was enjoying nature. It's okay to do that. There's no expectation that you have to be contactable 24/7. That do not disturb function on your phone is actually amazing. Works well. Flick it on. Get away. But not yet, because we got to do it in about 20 minutes' time. Next up, we've got Heiko Bren, who says, happy Songtember, Pete. Just tracked and mixed Neon Noises a few days ago with GarageBand iPad. It's an 80s-inspired instrumental. Greetings from Germany from Heiko. And we'll jump over to the cloud of sounds and give this one a spin. This is Neon Noises, Kraftwerk Music on Your Music Live. Very cool stuff. Yeah, great selection in the percussion there. The snare really does pop. Like it's a different kind of sound. And again, we've talked about that all show. Today's been the show of contrast. We've been talking about how important it is to have something unexpected and something a little different and contrasting. And definitely had a lot of that in that one. Great stuff. Loved the synths. Loved the vibes of that one. From Heiko Bren. Go follow them on the Cloud of Sounds. We haven't had too many ads. I miss Lotto Cat. Where's my Lotto Cat fans? The OG Lotto Cat ads. Now it's an ad for the internet. It's an ad for the NBN. It's the Australian government telling us why they spent billions of dollars on internet infrastructure that doesn't really work. All right, let's jump over to slaps.com because it's a cool place to go. It's made by our friends at DistroKid, our wonderful sponsors. It's a free platform, and I use Slaps all the time. It's my little music discovery secret because I jump on Slaps, and I know that there's going to be cool people there sharing cool music. You can join for free just by going to slaps.com. It's as simple as that. We're going to play this one by Middle Suburbia. They say, I wanted to create something different with this song. It all started with the bass line and progressed from there. Not a bad place to start. This one is called Better Days right now. Middle Suburbia on Your Music Live.
Reminiscing better days make
Very cool stuff. That one's a trip, man. That's a journey. That's a ride. I love it. Yeah, I love the mix of that. Lots of cool grooves in there, like the pitched up vocals, the nice little pitched down vocals going on there, and that bass riff. Very nice. Boom, 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 boom. Love it a lot. Alrighty, let's grab our fourth to last song. We're almost at our anti-penultimate. Can you believe it? We're only going to be a few minutes late here today. Attention, please. Will Mars Capone report to the stage? Mars Capone. We haven't heard Mars Capone in a long time. It's always good to hear from you. It had several false starts last song timber, so I decided to finish a project that previously just would not come together. DAW and hardware issues on the iPad, yada yada. Threw it into a different DAW, added synthetic violins, and this is what I ended up with. Create, record, and finally released, thanks to a little friendly song timber pressure. So this is Mars Capone. Is this? Do we have to play this again for the song timber, or are you doing another song timber song? No pressure at all. So yeah, any of the song timber songs we play, we will. I'm trying to hold most of them over to the end, but some of them we'll just play because why not? This is called Countertransference. Making me work for that one, Mars. Countertransference, Mars Capone. You're Music Live. Mars Capone. Oh, that sounds cool. Let's listen to a bit of this. Yeah. I like it. Very, very cool stuff. I love everything that Mars does. Always so eclectic and interesting and different. And that's not just, half insult words. Just like, oh, your music is always so different. Sometimes people say that and you're like, thanks, I guess. But no, thank you, Mars. Mars is my personal provider of cool things to watch and listen to. He's one of my patrons over at patreon.com/PeteJohns. And every couple of weeks he'll just be like, Johns, watch this. And whenever I'm out walking, I'm just like, oh, I need something interesting to watch and listen to. So, yeah, Mars is like a curator of cool content as well as a cool music creator. It is time for the final countdown. Da-da-da-da. It's the last three songs. It's penultimate, ultimate, and anti-penultimate. Got to work on that little jingle. All right, so it is our anti-penultimate song. It is from Nigel Parker. And he says, I wrote and recorded this song in Logic. It's about someone who's embracing the positives of life and not getting sucked down by negativity. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, Nigel. A lot of negativity out there at the moment. Really easy to get sucked down into it. And I just say, revolt. No, not people aren't revolting. Revolt against it. Just steer hard. It's like when you're in a skid. Steer hard into it and then just push away from it. So the more anyway, that was a bad analogy because you actually should steer away from negativity. Save us, Nigel Parker. This is Raising a Glass to Life on Your Music Live, our anti-penultimate song.
Wake and see the smile I love. Feel the warming sunshine. Scent of coffee in the air. Embrace the day, leave cares behind. I hear the words of my favorite song. I'm dancing on the kitchen floor. Turn it up, I'm getting down. I could want for nothing more. I'm raising a glass to life and breathing the air and deep. I'm raising a glass to life, taking a flying leap. My life is a message to the world. Hope is stronger than fear. I'm raising a glass to life and toasting the doubts out of fear. Keep my face towards the sun. Just let the shadows fall behind. A stranger's face may hide a friend. If I let our paths collide, behold the dance of a morning bloom. Let the moment fill my soul. Know that joy is heartfelt. With each step wonders unfold. I'm raising a glass to life and breathing.
Very cool stuff. I raise a glass to you, Nigel, for bringing some positivity to the world. It is hard. Nigel Parker, sorry. Did I say Planer? Nigel Planer's Neil from the Young Ones. Nigel Parker. Really cool stuff. I like it. It's hard at times. It's hard to remain positive in a world where everything seems to be a challenge at times. But it's important. It's important to do. You know, at the end of every show, I say, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and keep creating. And it's so true. Just put a little kindness out there into the world this week. See what you can do. See what you can do with that. Because it's a cool thing to do. We got 2 more songs to play. We're going to go over to slaps.com. Again, thank you to DistroKid. They make this show possible. They are awesome. And they have slaps.com. You should join slaps.com for free. Leave some comments for folks. Go to Slaps, go to SoundCloud, go to YouTube, go to all the places and leave comments for the cool folks who are brave enough to have their songs featured on the show. Because it takes some bravery. Trust me. This is Marky James, who says, very different to my previous song on here, Blessing in Disguise. Inspired by recent UFO phenomena, this instrumental track uses a news report sample on the most famous UFO case of them all. Out of this world. Very cool. Our penultimate song here for you, Marky James and Roswell on Your Music Live. The truth is in this song.
July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found. A flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army. Army officers say the missile found sometime last week has been inspected at Roswell, New Mexico, and sent to Wright Field, Ohio, for further inspection. Officers say the missile found sometime last week has been inspected at Roswell, New Mexico, and sent to Wright Field, Ohio, for further inspection.
How cool is that? Yeah, really awesome stuff there for Marky James, our penultimate song on the show this week. Really good stuff indeed. Hey, look at this timing. We're about to play our final song from our featured artist, and look who it is. It is the one and only Cassidy Watts, who we have featured as our featured artist this week because she's got brand new music. We played a classic Cassidy tune, Body Talk, as our midpoint song. And in just a matter of seconds, we're going to close out the show with one of her new tracks. Got a couple of new tracks. I've chosen one of them, which means that you got another one to look forward to in an upcoming show. I did want to say a huge thank you to a few people. Thank you to DistroKid. They are our sponsors of this show, and we simply couldn't do it without their amazing support. So thank you, DistroKid. Check them out. The link's up there. It's in the description. Save yourself 7% on any DistroKid plan simply by using that link in your first year. And get your music out there to the world. Nothing cooler than having your music out there available on all the platforms. Thank you to our wonderful moderators, Jade, Thomas, all the crew, for keeping everyone in line. I know it's really hard to keep you in line. No, you're all awesome. It's fine. It's not a hard job, but we do thank them for doing that. Thank you to you for watching this show. Hit a big thumbs up if you enjoyed yourself here on the show this week. Thumbs up for the thumbs up, and leave your comments, not only for me, but dive down, because the last people I'd like to thank are the amazing creators and artists who have shared their art with the world and with us on the show this week. You guys are awesome. Big round of applause to all of the great artists who we've played on this week's show. It is time to finish off with this one. This is from our featured artist of the week. It is Cassidy Watts. She says, I created the guitar riff to this song maybe 2 years ago, and I've only just now figured out what to do with it. Enjoy. This is brand new from Cassidy Watts. It's called Building Fires, to take us out here on Your Music Live. Be kind to yourself, folks. Be kind to others. Keep creating, and we'll see you next time.
Building fires to keep this town warm, safe from all the liars who keep their secrets sworn. A flame can't last a lifetime, not even in your mind. It'll go just pass by when you're not alone. Fall back down. You'll find a boy in the garden with the trees, the breeze, the birds, the bees, trees, the bees, and the yellow leaves. Sweet unscented ivory glances, keep your head inside the mindset, free to be a million voices, haunted by the lights inside. Wait for the light. Can you hear the nighttime so quietly resigned, yearning for the sunrise toward that yellow light? Fall back down in sight. Wait for the morning light. Fall back to keep this town